just had some honey and toast.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah, well.
I would have my oats. I didn't.
Oh, oats are great.
Yeah, that's
I love porridge.
That's what I've been having quite a bit of lately.
Yeah. Look, you know, when I was in the out back in Nepal,
Yeah.
right, I ate porridge for like 4 days or something. Like,
Wow.
I got sick of the dal, which is what you backpack around with.
Yeah.
And I just ate porridge morning,
Dinner.
lunch.
Yeah. Everything.
Everything,
else.
right?
Wow.
Anyway.
Wow. Nepal flights are really cheap at the moment.
Are they
There's
really?
a sale like
Have you ever been?
$250. No,
Go.
$250 or something.
Amazing
Yeah.
place. Amazing place.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Robin.
Jack.
We're the Inwits.
Inwits.
Oh, close. Oh, close. I went too fast. I'm like, oh. Welcome to Heroes, Healers, Hustlers,
Yes.
episode 3 for us. It is early for us.
Not
That's
as
okay,
early
it's
as
not
we've
early.
ever done it.
Yeah. Oh, have we done an earlier one?
7 a.m. Remember? when
Oh,
the light
that's
was-
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
In their first set.
Yeah, so it's early, Saturday morning,
Yeah.
and let's get on with it.
Yeah, because we're wasting our sleeping time as
Yes,
we
yes.
record this. So
Yeah.
top up. First up, Heroes Tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Chrissy and Ben are in control, obviously, and Chrissy summed it up really well. If they want to work with anybody, they have to come to us.
Yeah, and that's a good place to be.
That's a great place to be. So the Chrissy Ben thing, it's not obvious.
Yeah, no one. Yeah, exactly. They're not
Yep.
seen as a power couple, and it's still focusing on our other two.
Exactly.
Side note, Rourke. That's her name.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, oh my god.
I was going to wait till we got the Healers.
Oh,
Tribe.
I couldn't wait. I'm like, oh my god, there's
Right.
another person there.
That's right, Rock in the Healer Tribe.
Yeah.
Healer Tribe? Oh, well, actually, yeah, Healer Tribe, I suppose, is next. Joe's done badly with his idol play, and it's blown up in his face.
Yeah, and he's also now annoying people because...
Well, you know, when you start, if you're on a deserted island and you pretty much just got a couple of things to eat, like rice
And you're wanting Michelin star quality.
Yeah, you are going to rub some people the wrong way.
Like, unless you salt up my papaya.
Exactly, right? And this is the other thing, and this I think is the real killer. They could probably even put up with the complaining, right? But when he starts throwing it into the bush, and they're all looking at it get thrown out and going, I could have had that.
Yeah,
You know,
you might not want it, but we
do,
that.
yeah, we need that. So, you know, but he's just throwing it away, and that's really insulting, I think.
Yeah.
But you even heard Rock say, well, next time you can cook.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're going to complain about someone's cooking, you're taking the reins.
Well,
It's the same as challenges.
my point would be, don't complain unless you're willing to take the reins.
Yeah, but you got to know that's the outcome. It's like, I'm great at puzzles. If you don't deliver on the puzzles...
Well, as we saw with Patriot later on, you know, if you say you can do something...
And you can't...
Change out. It's easy to change.
That's the same thing. Like, we get that with the challenges. We see it all the time in challenges, but very rarely, we have seen it before, where someone is like so fussy about the food. Well, you know what? If you're that fussy, take the pot, do it yourself.
Exactly, right? Do it to your own standard, you know? He's like, oh, this is raw.
Yeah.
You're on a desert island. Most things are actually raw.
Now, the only problem we have here is he's pissing everyone off, and Cole takes it upon himself to potentially jump the gun with the strategy. Great strategy.
I'm not sure it's a jump the gun. But that was Jessica's point, you know, like he told Jessica, and Jessica's like, great, this is fantastic, we're bonding, blah, 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 we've got 2 now, right? And then he sits down and basically tells the rest of them.
Yeah.
And Jessica's like, what are you doing? You're an idiot.
Yeah, you should have waited till we
She's half right, she's half wrong, Cole's half right, and he's half wrong. I sort of agree with your point.
Yeah. You kind of have to see how
he
it
was
plays
talking
out.
about, what if we lose tonight?
Yeah.
And we say you've got to have a plan A, but you've also got to have a plan B, right? Now, plan A was Mike.
Yeah.
From what we heard around the conversations, right? He's just making sure Joe's now taking over as plan A.
Yeah, and Mike's still at plan B. And that's it.
It's legitimate, you know.
And I think, Jess is worried that, we needed to wait because we might not lose, so it's not an issue. Yes, I understand that, but at the same token, like you said, it's half right, half wrong. If you come back straight after the challenge, you've now spurting this information out, and it's like, whoa, where did this come from? At least the seed's planted.
Exactly.
The downside to that is knowledge is power.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's given up all his power because now everyone knows, and there is the smaller people that know, if possible.
Joe can find out.
Yeah, Joe can now find out because everybody other than Mike knows. Possibly the person who needed to know most was Mike.
Absolutely. Well, the funny
not
thing
needed
is Cole,
to know, but had more power for Cole to know.
Cole also made a strategic error when he was talking to Desi and Rourke and Jessica about Mike. When he said, he said, Mike already knows he's on the bottom. He's told me.
Yeah.
Which is fine. They all know that, right? But then he went and added a little extra line, which if I was sitting around, I would be very interested to hear. And his line was, and he'll go where I tell him to go.
Yeah.
And I would, if I was sitting there and I'd be going, oh, so you've got a soldier.
Yeah.
Not happy about this. You know what I mean? He's let out.
It's key to, it's never I, it's we.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll come with us.
He will come with us, not I can tell him what to do.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you say that, people would be like, oh, okay, well, we got to split that up.
Yeah.
You know, so
or
I thought
you're controlling too much power.
I thought Jessica was a little upset with him because he didn't run his plan by her before he did it, right? Which,
I feel the unjustness it's her upsetness was
I thought it was unjust. I think some of her criticisms of the way he did it was just, right? But I thought at the end of the day, she was more upset about the fact he didn't run it past her than she was about the plan.
And that just makes her go, well, maybe I'm not his number two.
Well,
or whatever she went in her mind. I don't think she needed to worry. I don't think it was anything to worry about.
It's almost like she feels jilted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, yeah.
A jealous lover on the side.
It's almost like
you can tell them now.
I had this vision of how we were going to go forward and hasn't turned out that way. So now maybe I should feel, I don't know, upset about that. Which
just sleep yourself around, Cole. It's okay, I'll be here, over here. I was the first to tell about you told about the idol. Huh. I'll just wait over here and sulk.
But Rourke to camera just said exactly the right thing. Rourke's like, I'm totally on. If Joe's got an idol, I'm totally on board with getting rid of him right now. Blindside him, send him home with it in his pocket.
So look, as long as they all stay on board,
look,
a lot of days. we might find out very, very quickly next week that too little, too late. Or not, just never had an opportunity because they didn't go when he's had it.
Exactly. Well, it depends how this all washes up. But somebody could now go to Joe and go, look, they're gunning for you, right? Yeah. Create that too with Joe. Yeah. Right. And even even get him to play it in his own defence. Like say, look, play that, and we can send home Cole or whoever they want to.
And Joe, he wouldn't. Oh.
I don't think he's got the brains to, but somebody else with brains could.
But he could. He did say, I kind of like Mike. He could also go to Mike.
I know.
And, it's not a...
No, that's...
But, we've got a guy who's on a rampage who has a palate for papayas or potatoes. Whatever they're eating, the potatoes.
I think, look, one of the things we can see in the healers, though, is that despite everything, there is no real sort of clear lines. Like, there's no real sort of like people working together in healers yet.
Not really. Yeah, it's not. Like
Jessica and Cole was the first sort of step in that.
Yeah, and you kind of assume Desi and Rourke might have some sort of closer bond purely on the fact that Joe's on the outs, Mike's on the bottom.
I don't know. That's what I mean. We've seen nothing.
It's not a Devon and Ryan.
Or a Chrissy and Ben.
Yeah, it's not like these clear two power people.
Which maybe puts them behind the eight ball strategically. Because in the healer tribe, somebody should have gone to somebody and said, me and you, and then they can try to manipulate from there.
And it was like it was looking towards being Jess and Cole.
But now...
And it's still not like he's still crushing on her hard.
Yeah, but that's a different thing too.
Yeah, but this, I think that in my eyes, it's probably even better to keep it like that. Like as we know, if you start to lead towards a romance or some of those feelings get involved, but that takes front and center, everyone now looks, you're the beacon.
Oh yeah.
Whereas Cole actually having that and enjoying that and keeping that close, but also opening up to everyone, may even put those two similar to what we're getting with Chrissy and Ben, a bit more.
They're a bit more
inconspicuous. They're hidden. Yeah, you don't want to see that, and that's why I think maybe that's probably why Jess, her upset emotions behind this information that she was privy to, now everyone's privy to, is a little bit wrong. It doesn't. You don't.
That's right. I agree with you because she's kind of like it's our secret.
Yeah.
Now he's told everybody else I don't feel special anymore. It's sort of the way it's coming out.
But you don't need to, like, you just need to trust that you guys are building a relationship and a strategic game together that it shouldn't impact.
No, it shouldn't.
Yeah, it's better that it's hidden. It's better that everyone's on the same page and they're not noticing.
Oh, absolutely. You know, if you keep that hidden like Chrissy and Ben, fantastic. And Ryan and Devon, they're pretty
Ryan and Devon too.
Right? I suppose now here,
the Hustlers,
Hustlers, which is shaping up as a pretty interesting tribe, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but you know that mixes up now. So but it is. I would have been fascinated for one more week before a swap or a mix-up. Okay. I would have been fascinated for one more week.
Look, I'm not upset with they've called it now. But like, I wouldn't have been upset if it had gone another week. They've let other tribes go down to 3.
2.
Yeah, exactly, right? So there's no real urgency to do it, right? But
or I would have loved I just thought of this then.
Yeah.
Just to kind of keep that, because like I said, it's interesting to how they're shaping up. See how they go in a challenge. But then get everyone together to tribal, like all 3 tribes come to tribal, and it's like just as a twist. Yeah. Everyone comes to tribal, but it's not a tribal. That's where they do the switch.
Exactly.
They do it there, so everyone still plays out like the game is all normal. All normal. Shit. One of us are going home, or 3 of us are going home tonight, or something. And then they like. Yeah. But it's just a switch. It's just a different timing of the switch.
That would be good, I think.
Yeah. Just to rather than get to the reward challenge and switch us up, but instead just play it out like the game and just keep them guessing. Sorry.
But no. Look, the one thing is that, once we get to the Hustler tribe, Ryan sums up Simone.
Yeah, well, they're walking around in clothes.
What he says is, basically, she's contributed the most by leaving.
Yeah.
That's his words.
Yeah, we've got boots.
We've got clothes. Thanks, Simone. At last, he said, at last you've actually done something for us, and so that gives you some. Yeah. But anyway, look, I really like the way Ryan and Devon's shaping up over there.
Yeah.
And Devon's not
an idiot.
He's got that facade of being the dumb surfy, Yeah. But behind it, there's a guy who's thinking about his game and what's going on, I'm also saying I like Ali a lot more.
Yeah, Ali's a switched-on girl.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, she at the end she was willing to cut Patrick loose because,
and I feel like she was. Funnily enough, I feel like she was the main driving force with her and Devon over Ryan, with what we saw. Like, I think she did go up and say, "Hey, you got to cool it. Stop your idle hunting," and then she saw the harmony between
Lauren and
him, and was able to just assess and go, you know what?
I can't move forward with this guy.
Yeah, I can't.
I think
because she summed it up in tribal.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it became clear over the course of the episode that Patrick was going to be Patrick no matter what.
Yeah,
and look, it just became apparent. Well, I think it became apparent to Ryan, Devon, and Ali.
Yeah.
There's no way. Once we get to merge, there's no way we can go forward with this guy.
Yeah, and that's and when you look at him in the actual reward, and in the immunity challenge, I am just gonna blow my nose. I don't know why. It's cold. It's early. It's not cold. It's not cold. But I feel like my nose. I haven't woken up yet.
If we look zombie-like, it's just because it's early.
But I'm fresh.
I know. Same here. I've had a shower. I feel
I'm dressed. I'm way overdressed for this show. Where was I?
But you have got the beard, so that's okay.
The beard's back, ladies and gentlemen. The beard is back. Where was I? Pat. Yeah. On the challenge, and it's one of those which I did enjoy how much higher this one was.
Oh, it was good, wasn't it? Because normally it's just down at waist height.
Yeah.
But
so it's nice to bring it up a little higher. Yeah. But it's just, he
had a. Let's put it this way: Lauren, Ryan, Ali, and Devon all said, "Do you want to change out?
We can see your shoulder is not getting. You're not even getting
high enough, right?" And he was like, "He did." This is the thing. He didn't even turn around and go, "I'm good. Look, don't worry about it," or anything. He just ignored them.
It's just typical alpha male who can't let go.
I don't know. Look, I don't know if it's an alpha male thing, but it's definitely
a Patrick thing.
Well, yeah, he seems to be a very driven individual. If you're running your own company, a removal company, then you probably need to be like that.
Yeah.
And he probably doesn't listen to people often. He's done it off his own bat. He trusts himself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that can as we've seen, leads you into a libelous situation.
Yeah, I'm good at puzzles. You don't do the puzzle early on, early days.
Look, isn't it? Normally you get a puzzle in the first 2 episodes, don't you? And if somebody sticks their hands up and goes, "Yeah, I'm really good at puzzles," what happens to them if they don't do the puzzle?
You're gone.
You are gone.
Same thing. Look, I'm a big, strong dude. I can chuck stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you're tiring. Just tag out. Come up with that strategy. Even I think. I'm not sure if it was the healers or something. As soon as one of them knocked, no, not the healers, the heroes.
Yeah.
As soon as one of them knocked a block off, they almost tagged out instantly. It was like, tag, keep
that arm fresh.
Correct.
Get a little bit of rest while somebody else tries.
Yeah.
And it's not like he didn't have options. Like Devon's pretty big, right?
Yeah. Lauren's apparently she said she was a pitcher.
Yeah, a pitcher for 25 years, so she must be able to throw a ball.
Yeah, or from outfield or wherever she said she was.
A ball,
she can chuck a ball.
So even if Ali and Ryan can't, there's 2 options.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you had plenty of options.
Plenty of options.
It just was
ball-headed.
Exactly. Yeah,
just ball-headed. Right, Heroes got there first, and then Hustlers. And Heroes was like, they had to make up ground to get there, and they ended up winning in front of them. You know?
Exactly.
So,
and like, where they even had the moment where like the healers won, but they had lost. They didn't bring.
They had the block. Yeah.
They even had that mess up, and still
beat
the Hustlers.
Yeah.
Are trying to get these bloody blocks off. It was. It's one of those things. It's like you've got to let go of your ego.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You've got to leave your ego at the door. Yeah, I would come on there and be like, like I told you, I would love to be able to get up there, and I'd love to do that finale challenge and last for 12 hours. I probably won't. But my ego thinks I could. My ego says I could do it all. And this is Pat's problem, was like, I can do it. I can do it.
And he believes it utterly. He's got no...
Which is a good quality.
Great quality to be able to believe in yourself.
Survivor, you got to be able to be adaptable and understand that, like Lauren sums it up in tribal and at the beach. It's like, we would much prefer to lose as a tribe.
Yeah, exactly.
We lost because Patrick lost.
We lost because and that was the big difference. We lost, but look, I don't think that's the reason he went home. I think it was just a straw. I think the real reason was people just realised they couldn't go forward. They can't work with him. Yeah. He was just going to. If Patrick decided to do something, Patrick was going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think because he lost that challenge was that's it's all
that
accumulative.
Was a symptom. Yeah, exactly.
It's just a trait of Patrick's.
Exactly.
That we look at and go, okay, this cross, this one cross, this one. Oh my God, we've got a lot of crosses on our sheet here.
That's right.
Where's the fucking tick?
Yeah, exactly.
Where are they? And that was big.
That's the beauty for Lauren, is even though she might not be in an alliance with any of them or anything, she's not got any crosses in any boxes. Yeah. She may not have any ticks, but she has no crosses.
Well, having no crosses is a tick.
Yeah, but what I mean is, compared to Patrick, she may not offer anything more.
Exactly. You don't need.
She doesn't drag them back.
That's the thing. It's like, you don't need to be amazing at challenges.
No.
You don't need to be providing the food all the time. Sometimes you just need to keep camp environment.
Look at Ryan.
Yeah.
Right, he's clearly, and he'd probably be the first to admit, not that capable in challenges, right? Yeah. But that's not what it's about. It's about being part of
this is the harmony of a tribe, and that takes a lot of different elements. Yeah, it's great to have a tribe some days where you do have your Aussie types who are out there fishing for days, bringing in not just bringing in one fish, bringing in a haul of fish, and this is beautiful. He's like, 10 fish today and an octopus. Great day for us. That's great to have.
Terrific.
It's good to have a builder every now and then. You want the shack up, and they just whip up a shack. Like, it's good to have challenge monsters that can make sure you don't go to immunity. But it's like, it's good to have these things. But the very core is the harmony of a tribe and how we flow together. We can flow together harmoniously and keep losing, but the bonds we're building, because sooner or later...
as I was saying in tribal, and it's clear, Ryan, Devon and Ali, at least, are thinking about merge already.
Yeah, and also swaps. Like they have to have been thinking of swaps, because it's like, well...
There's not that many around.
I think Ali said it, and he's like, he says he's good at social, but he can't connect with Lauren, and it's been 12 days.
Well, that's what she said in tribal, wasn't it? Well, if you say you got a good social game, yet you can't connect with Lauren,
Where is that, and how are you going to connect with people who have already established bonds? And we're already under strength.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good point that Ryan brought up. That look, we're already under strength. We're going in as a minority. Yeah. Wherever we end up, we're going to be in a minority. Yeah. You know, and that was a very good point. I think that actually was what the vote was about.
Yeah, it's like, well, you're loud. People don't like you. Yeah. We don't want to be a target.
Exactly.
Like if we're getting, if it merges to two tribes or we get absorbed into another tribe, we don't want to be targets.
Yeah.
You're going to be a target. One, because you physically look like you're going to be a target always. But two, your social game makes you a target.
It's rubbish. Yeah. It's
like you're a liability to us going forward. Yes, we need your strength.
Yeah.
But your strength comes at a price.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which we can't afford because now we are low on numbers.
Even though they were talking strength early on before the vote, they ended up with Lauren because that's the trade-off they realised. Like, we get the strength, but the downside is we can't actually work with it.
Yeah, and it's
a complete loss anyway.
We need a person like Ryan who can potentially do some really good strategic talking. And I think Ali would probably, I think Ali's profession might help her in that way. Like, come to a tribe. You want to almost be a bit more wallflower-ish and sink back and find the cracks. And
I think Ali's actually playing pretty well. Like, she's just sitting back. She's not in the front, right?
Yeah.
Same as Ryan and Devon. None of them have actually stepped forward as some sort of leader or anything. They're just sitting back and going, well,
and assessing.
It's our way.
To moment.
Yeah. And Ali's doing, I think, a pretty good job. Like, she went to Patrick and she gave him a rundown of what his problems were.
Oh, yeah.
And basically said change.
Yeah.
Right?
In the nicest possible way.
If your alliance partner comes to you and says, these are the problems we have, you need to change, you better change.
Yeah.
If you don't change, your alliance partner, that's basically an ultimatum by the alliance partner. Change or I'm out.
Yeah.
Really, isn't it? Right? So.
And then he goes home. And
did you listen to his speech?
This is what I wanted to get to the next part. It's like, we get our next time on Survivor, we've got our switch up happening. Yeah. And then we get Patrick's
you're all liars and cheats, and I hope you all fail miserably.
Yeah,
it's like,
how gutted was he? Did he not see it coming?
Well, look,
did he
obviously.
Not see? Yes, like he just had no idea. I trusted you all.
Yeah, I trusted you all.
But last week you said you trust most of them. So clearly the only person you didn't trust was Lauren, who possibly should have been the person you do trust because she was the one that said, "Hey, you're going to come for me. I'm going to come for you."
Right? She was honest about it.
Yeah, she was honest about it, and the others didn't. And I was just like, wow. And just even before that, his look when he's
when he left,
he's just like.
He
was fuming. What daggers? I've never seen daggers like that for a long time.
It's very rare to see somebody walking out of tribal like that. Right? The last one I remember is Michaela, who actually said to the tribe, she was like, do you know, she was like, what do you, I can't believe you've done this. Do you know, you got no brains, you know. And she went, but she let them have it before she left. But Patrick was, the one thing I do want to raise is Patrick is all about, you're all lies, you're all cheaters, I hope you fail.
That's the game, mate.
That's the game, but I'd like to contrast that a little with the Australian season where we've had people leave the game going, okay, they're blind to well played.
Yeah, and this is funny, it's like we just talked about this in the last episode where it's like the difference in 2 seasons into Australian Survivor and we're already taking that approach as, hey, this is a game. You outplayed me. Great. Well done. Congratulations. Move forward. Life goes on. Yeah, I didn't get $1 million. Whatever. But there's 24 people up for grabs. What are the chances? 1 in 24. It's a good chance to get $500,000, but it's not. It's still. There's a lot of work to do.
A lot.
And then we're also like, and the American game has been developing.
And then,
that's the last thing we said. The American game is developing this thing where they're starting to be respectful of the gameplay. And the next vote we get is like, you suck, I hate you all, I'm going to burn down the world.
Right.
This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I think was something close to what he said. It's like, this is nothing worse has happened to you. Come on, Patrick, let's just settle, please.
But
if you didn't see it coming, you were blind. You had no clue, because I don't feel like that wasn't a great blindside. Like I feel
it was just a normal vote. He said it was a bit like Simone saying she was blindsided. It's a normal vote.
A blindside to me is when we go back to Australian season and watching how Henry went out.
Exactly.
Classic blindside.
That's when you
Really,
take out the power player because he thinks he's got the numbers or she's got the numbers, and then you blindside.
If you've been blindsided like this, you haven't had your ear to the ground and you've been really just not playing a great game.
Well, look, we've already discussed the reasons. You've basically just put everybody in that tribe offside.
Yeah,
and he's paid the price.
Yeah, and he hasn't understood. He still doesn't understand why he was voted out.
That's right. He thinks he's perfectly fine, and they're just like backstabbing idiots, right? Instead of realizing, well, I had some flaws in my game, and that's the penalty I paid.
Exactly. It's just like, no, it's you guys. You made a horrible mistake.
Exactly.
I hate you all. Burn in hell.
I'm like, Patrick, tone it down, mate.
Yeah. Let's just calm down. Like you need to calm down.
It's really lucky for all those contestants he never made the jury.
Oh, part of me wants to know how. I would love to see how he would have been at the jury.
Look, I would have loved to have seen it too. I think there would have been a rain dance.
But it also goes to the tribe's credit for making the correct decision.
Well, that's the other thing, isn't it?
That was the correct decision.
You see that exit interview, and you go, the tribe absolutely voted the right person out there.
He's like, that could have been Harry comes to episodes down.
Ryan and Devon and Ali and Lauren, when they're sitting at home rewatching the season after they've come back, would be looking at that exit interview going, yeah, we did right.
Yeah, that was good. What a reaction. That is ridiculous. It just made no sense.
On the other hand, there is a good thing there, which is this, that there are people, and there are people in Survivor who go and play Survivor who actually do really commit that hard to the game. Yeah. But when they do leave, they are really salty about it.
Yeah, it hurts. Like, don't get me wrong, I shouldn't be voted out anyway.
No, you should be winning.
I feel like I'm already sole survivor. But if I was like, and I think about this a lot. Like, if I didn't make merge, God, would I be gutted?
Oh, you couldn't help it.
I wouldn't be pissed off, but man, I'd be so sad.
Right.
Like a dream I've wanted for half my life, and I didn't go. So I get it. I get the pain, and the saltiness I don't, but I do get the pain of just being voted out. I can empathise with that.
I think at the end of the day, you've got to be like, one, you're quite right. It'd gut you. You'd be just like emotionally wrecked, right, by being voted out. Yeah. But at the end of the day, the other thing you've got to say is, well, I'm here because of me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I sit there and go, and the fact that we go back to Patrick not having an inkling at all.
Exactly. No,
even when he was told by Lauren that by Lauren.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. But also by Ali.
And then at the tribal, how the tribal, like with Ali and Ryan and Lauren, and how it all kind of was like, we need this, and especially Lauren and Ali just going, this is something we need to address, and addressing it in tribal, and still having no idea. Surely you got to read of a tribal council to. It's all, we know this. Jeff's poking and prodding in the correct places because he's been teed up of who we need to address. Yeah. And it's clearly between these two. So let's aim our tribal questions about them. And if you are not picking up on that, and you're still so blindsided, where were you? Well, were you on the game at all?
I go back to this though. If your alliance partner comes to you and says, you have problems, and the first thing you should think of is, well, if I have problems, you
have problems.
They're also having problems, right? Which means they're telling me this because they're one step from leaving. Yeah. And if my problems are that big,
I've got to address them.
I've got to address them, or else I'm out of here. Yeah. And none of that occurred. No. Like, he went down to the water when they were having their little confab. He's like, oh, look, there's an octopus. And they were like, no, it's a rock. And then he was like, you're pissing me off. Yeah. He was like, I was like,
that's Jesus, mate. So like, I was just trying to work out where his mind was to not even get a gauge of what was happening around him. Look, you need to know.
Well, the only thing I can think of here is that he, running his own business, he probably doesn't have a lot of time on his hands. Yeah. Maybe he has really just never seen the show and he thought, I'll go on. I've heard about this show and I'll go on. But he maybe should have watched the season to figure out what you have to do.
I think he would have played. I think he would have watched. Who hasn't watched?
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, Well,
We're
no,
35 seasons in, for crying out loud. Of course you've seen a show.
Actually,
You've seen at least one episode if you live in the States.
This is the problem. I think a lot of players have probably seen one episode. And they watch one episode. And then they go, oh, I could play that.
Yeah.
You know, they don't watch a whole season and actually realise it takes commitment, effort, and a lot of wheeling and dealing.
I just think what it needed is a lot more personal development, and you got to be critical with yourself.
Oh, you do.
If you can't sit there and step out from yourself and go, actually, I am an.
You got to look at
what it was in our Australian season last. I sit around and I look for the idiot or whatever. I look for the dickhead.
Yeah.
And when I don't see the dickhead,
it's me.
I'm the dickhead.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the thing. It's like you got to, and there's a comedian, one of my favorite comedians, who I always forget his name, but he's brilliant. I wish I remembered his name. He back in the day, like this is going back like 2003.
Yeah.
One of his sets was like you get on the train and there's always a weirdo on the train.
Yeah.
And when I look around and I don't see the weirdo, because he at this stage in his life, Daniel Kitson. It's Daniel Kitson. If you haven't seen him, he's brilliant. But at this stage in his career, had this big beard and big, like he was this caveman looking sort of like interesting. And he's like, I look around and I don't see an idiot or the weirdo on the train. I realise it's me. Yeah. So I just turned to the next person and went, hello, do you like pillows? It's like, you know, you got to, and it's like Pat needed to really look around the tribe and go,
well, you need to have an ability to look at other people and go, how am I affecting them?
Yeah, and how are they reacting to me?
Yeah, well, you know, I think the first warning bell should be, well, Lauren hates me. Doesn't matter if she's on the outer.
Yeah.
Why does she hate you?
Yeah. It's okay for me to dislike Lauren. She's on the outer, no one likes her.
Yeah, right?
But why is she hating me? I'm so charming.
Yeah.
I'm making everyone laugh.
Yeah.
No. So so it was a very poor effort.
Well, zero play really. It's just no play at all.
Just hopeless.
He just went in, was himself. No strategy, nothing. He was just like, I can win this.
Yeah.
That's the only idea he had. I can win this.
I can win it all.
Yeah, I can win it all.
So that's pretty much all for us.
Yes.
Hopefully we have addressed all technical issues. Our episodes will be coming out more frequent, like on our regular time. They're going to be frequent. They're weekly. But it's only just American season now, so that's it.
Yep.
So stay tuned, keep watching,
please.
Keep commenting, liking, disliking, whatever you want. If you want some buffs, give us an email. If we haven't sent it to you yet, it's just because we haven't checked the email, we will get to it eventually. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining us.
Oh no! Wait, who's next? Who? Oh no, we don't. No, it's a switch up.
It's a switch up. So
let's go stab in the dark. Who's going home?
Let's have a stab in the dark. Who's going home?
We don't know what tribes they're going to be on. We don't know if they're going to 2. We don't know if they're going to another 3.
That's right.
Who do you think?
Ooh,
because we were wrong this week.
We were totally wrong this week.
Which is my. I was thinking like we're like, but they did signify it in these two. These are our 2 conflicts that we want to address. And part of me just went for some unknown reason how they edited it, and even how they edited the episode. They show us all 3. We get the heroes, we get the healers, we get the hustlers, and we get the dynamic of who's on the outs.
Yeah,
we're never really shown. We're not spoon fed like we're spoon fed in the Australian. So I was like, okay, cool. And then hustlers lose. I'm like, shit, I didn't pick that from the edit, which I enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Look, they do keep you guessing in the American season. It's not quite as out there.
Yeah.
Out there. But yeah, look, picking a candidate to go home is pretty difficult at this stage, considering we know it's a change-up. I'm going to pick JP.
Okay. I'm just gonna go Joe.
Yeah. Okay. Fair call.
Yeah. Just depend. I don't know where he's gonna get, but I know he might. I just might think his confidence will make sure he doesn't play an idol. I don't know.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people who now know he has an idol that surely one of them will end up on his tribe. Pretty much everyone on that tribe.
But we've seen this before where the change up happens and you'll see one person move from one tribe to the other and then one per, massive majority of one.
So we'll see. But I'm just because his personality is a personality that just seems to grind people's gears.
Yeah, mine's just completely random.
I want to do a random one.
I have no reason for picking JP.
Desi.
Okay. See, I had no reason to pick JP. I just picked a name.
What do you mean you had no reason?
I have no reason to pick JP.
Have a reason.
No, because it's a change-up. I've got no idea.
Yeah, but you got to know, with a change-up, how do they... Jack.
Well, that's the thing.
How do they meld into... How do they immerse themselves in that tribe?
If Joe's the only one that moves from the healers tribe to another tribe, nobody over there is going to know he's got an idol, so there's no reason to vote him out.
Yeah, but he's on the bottom and he will play his idol or something. The point is, point is, you
Well, I think JP will end up, in a tribe where he's the only hero and he'll get voted out. There you go. There's a reason. It's not much of a reason, but there's a reason.
God, it's like I'm sitting here next to Patrick.
It's not that bad. Come on. Do you hate me already? Oh, gosh.
All right, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Jeez.
We will catch you next week. I'm Robin.
I'm Jack.
We're the
Inwits.
Inwits. See ya.
See ya.